What's the most overpriced item you seen someone actually buy? Find all the secret numbers hidden in the video and post it in the comment with your username to get a chance to win a $50 gift card each month. Without a doubt it's those monster HDMI cables. Digital signal is digital. Unless your cables are running alongside unshielded electrical for dozens of feet in parallel. The cheapest possible cable will work fine. I had a friend who was rich and a spoiled brat who wanted to buy a pair of Dior sunglasses that were over $2,000. He called his mom on the phone and whined for 6 minutes until she reluctantly transferred him the money. Designer underwear for toddlers. I mean, really, they fit them what, 4 weeks? Sure, they need $60 a piece panties, why not? My younger cousin has bought tons of guns and ammo under the COVID pandemic. And he believes he's getting a good deal on all these things. He has no idea what the gun market was like before the pandemic. Sad. I bought a pair of massive Mickey Mouse gloves in Paris for a short horror film we were gonna make. But never got round to. Costed me €40. Basically anything Supreme. They make literal t-shirts. Not defending Coach or Gucci or whatever, but at least they can claim to be using really high class materials with really specific tiling and stitching. Supreme though. Bruh, it's a screen-printed tee. A lot of stuff for audiophiles, e.g. cables, stands or rocks, audiophile rocks obscurum. Thermomix. A friend and his wife bought one when they got their baby. Apparently it's great for making baby food and soups and other stuff. Whatever. But now she has been inducted into the Thermomix sect and tries to sell them to all our friends. Sleep number bed. The wife and I were at the store buying a basic model as we had gotten several gift cards for one. For our wedding. There was an older couple sitting next to us and the guy kept saying yes to everything. King size? Yes. Top of the line with digital remotes? Yes. Motorized? Yes. Cooling pad? Yes. His wife turned to us. Saw me declining pretty much everything. Then mouthed the words, "Help me." Pretty much every iPhone is way overpriced for what it does. You can get a $399 Android phone that will do what most people do with iPhones. A $15,000 triangular crystal sculpture that would capture light and cast a rainbow on the room. Expensive skins and cosmetic items for video games. I am honestly shocked at how many single tech job guys with a lot of disposable income are out there and buying those things. $100 isn't a big deal for me, dude, and I kinda really wanted that flaming gun skin. I hear that so much while online gaming. Any product from games-workshop.com. I am guilty of this, but still. My father-in-law bought a $60 keychain for my wife. Because she thought it looked pretty. I'm pretty sure she lost that keychain. BNB. Completely centralized ripoff of Ethereum that is able to maintain lower fees by raising the gas limit and due to the fact that no one is using the network. Literally a shitcoin that people are paying $400 plus for. $1,000 Gucci handbag that she doesn't use for fear of ruining it. She works as a personal trainer. So most of her time is spent training clients taking pictures to promote her company. No time to wear the handbag. No one was impressed. Everyone saw it was just for bragging that she had one. A weapon skin that has no in-game function other than aesthetics. Yup. I'm talking about the AWP Dragon lore. Look it up if you dunno what it is. A specialty window blind that was over $5,000 for one blind on a normal window. Off the top of my head, the stupidest thing people buy at my store is a UK-branded purple chocolate bar that sells normally for £1 to £2. My store sells them 10 grams smaller, with your name on the outside package for £5. Doesn't sound much, but it's all an overpriced ripoff. Anything from Apple. Also, clothes you can literally buy anywhere, but it has a brand name on it, so now it's worth $200. Printer ink. It costs more than just buying a new printer. He slipped that one into an expense that will be a write-off. Probably the type of guy that when his car breaks down, he'd just buy a new one. Lol. That, our, UK politics drama from a few weeks ago. Comments absolutely ripping the Reddit staff a new one while simultaneously being plastered in hundreds of awards. The irony. This. Digital is on, off. If it costs £1 and works, you are getting full signal. Exactly the same as your £80 cable. Analog, however, is varying micro voltages. So cable quality, connector type is important. Pretty much every digital cable not limited to HDMI. I mean, I acknowledge that there'd be a difference between $1 HDMI and $100 HDMI. But it mostly just the jacket and the gold plugs. I doubt it costs that much to add such feature. Also applies to Bose and Beats audio. Teardowns of Beats audio headphones are hilarious. Then they put a metal slug in the headband to give them weight and thus the impression of quality. I bought a monster HDMI cable at a yard sale for 50 cents. I was quite proud of it. I tried to flex on the person I was yard saling with about it. She gave exactly 0 shits. My kids didn't even really wear shoes for the first 18 months. Some basic slippers at times, but I never understood why people would want to spend money on shoes. For kids who couldn't, or could barely, walk. Also, it's way too much trouble to take shoes off every time you want to change a diaper. Reminds me of one of my mother's friends whose daughter was pregnant and their grandmother bought a really nice pair of baby shoes as a gift, and my mother told me that she never put shoes on me as a baby until I was old enough to walk because there was no point in buying shoes, especially expensive ones. The old whine and win. Works every time once you've created a habit. I hope she at least worked for the money herself if she condones such frivolous spending. There is so much waste and overspending in the market for clothes and accessories for babies and young kids. It's crazy. I got nearly everything for my kids secondhand at a fraction of the price. Just keep an eye on local classifieds. Or family and friends with older kids. My brother has 2 sons that are older than my kid, and my sister-in-law always wanted her kids to have the best. So my kid has more high-quality hand-me-down clothes than he knows what to do with. I feel this is in my soul. My ex-wife bought designer cloth diapers for our daughter. Bought a whole stash worth. After 2 weeks she was back in Pampers. The good thing is that despite someone literally shitting in them, cloth diapers have good resale value. There's resale value in it though. Sometimes buying the cheap stuff can end up being more expensive than buying the brands. Of course, you can do like we did. And just go on Facebook and join a group where you can literally get sacks of clothes for the price of picking it up. And then when you're done with it, you can go back into the same groups and ship it forward. The current market for such things makes me more salty than usual. But this is at least some anecdotal evidence for what I think is going on. Lots of people, spurred by uncertainty and a healthy dose of civil unrest, bought a gun. Many did not consider the fact that no one buys a gun. So now they are all out there buying like mad to get all the essentials. And duplicates. And maybe that little 22. Isn't it cute? I think it's a good thing. But it really does annoy me. The other day at my local gun store, I watched a guy buy 3 boxes of 9mm and paid $170. Dude paid $1.13 per round for Winchester 9mm. Continuing to happen now that we have a Democrat in the White House. Because of course Biden is coming for our guns. I was actually planning on buying a new handgun this year. But nope, the dumbasses have made it impossible to find one that's in my price range. I saw a gun that I fancy going from $200 to $400 during the lockdown and now back at $200. During the lockdown, the website I had saved the page on, by never closing it on my phone like a boomer, had put a promotion discount label on it. Scummy. I would say most cases. Unless you are going to be a top-of-the-line lawyer or a doctor. I don't think your training should cost anywhere near as much as it does. Yeah, I had a friend who got hired at Geek Squad who has no tech experience other than knowing how to use a computer. Had another friend take her computer there and they told her she needed a new motherboard. My brother, who is a software engineer, looked at it and it needed a new fan. Definitely don't trust Geek Squad. It's a banana. Michael, what could it cost? $10? Oh yeah. Like I hang out on our iPod and occasionally you get someone posting their rig, which looks like an iPod literally strapped to a C4. Like, is it really that necessary? Holy shit. Dude. I have a few iPods too. They drive my decent quality headphones fine and they produce sound I find satisfying and I didn't spend an arm and a leg on any of it. For audio equipment, cables aren't just cables. My speaker cable is 25 pounds a meter and sounds so much better than my old 1 pound a meter cable. Spending a lot of money on a HDMI cable is completely pointless. But investing in good expensive coaxial, phono, optical and speaker cables make a big difference. In your world. LV as Louis Vuitton. I just spent a full minute wondering why London Victoria car insurance might have an overpriced Keyring O_O. I would argue any of the $1,000 plus flagship phones. Personally, I buy £200 phone every 4 years or so. Works for me. Never had a problem. Known to many people who have broken or lost their cool grand phone. iPhones do cost a lot. But when you consider how long they last and how long they get software updates, it isn't that bad of a deal. But yeah, you do pay the Apple tax. I generally like Apple stuff and feel it's worth the money, but their accessories are so overpriced. Like $35 for a charging cable. What in the fuck? Get out of here. Good for her. If she likes it that much, then it's making her happy, so it's worth it.